Farmer. Salah. Oh, wow. Huge shot. It's given straight away. Yet again, fails.
Hello and welcome again to Dreadhop Brewing, where the Dreadhop really double podcast. I'm Arnold. I'm joined alongside my fellow host Marissa. We're at the end of the FIFA World Cup final. Spain coming out victorious against Argentina, 1-0 after extra time. So, Marissa, I'll let you go first. What are your thoughts on this?
Got it. So it just came up. No, I really did not want penalties. I thought Spain completely deserved to win. Not only the game, but the tournament too. First, to only concede one game throughout the entire tournament in a World Cup so competitive. I think it was a testament to them, but also how they absolutely dominated this game. I think you said you cannot remember a World Cup final this exciting. I think one of the last stats we saw coming on screen was 16 attempts by Argentina and none from 16 attempts from Spain and absolutely none from Argentina. And like you also said inside, I don't think that that's because of anything negative on Argentina, but that's a testament to how well Spain played. I thought they controlled the midfield. Even when Rodri came on, I was kind of excited a bit because I think it was a bit too early for him to come off. But even the momentum coming on and the subs for Spain really made a difference with Nico Williams assisting, Nico Williams assisting, Ferran Torres the goal. Fantastic. Well deserved in my opinion.
Yeah, I also believe that it was a well-deserved win from Spain. I think that from Argentina's perspective, their midfield never really showing up in the goal, and subsequently, Messi was running through the game for the majority of until they tried to play some pressure after conceding the game. Really, is just Spain's intensity, the pitch of field, their press, the counter press. Spain will always quick coming back the ball and cycle it, send it. And I thought that Spain's players like Danny, for example, Pedro when he came on, were very, very important in terms of adding that, precision and penetration in the space attack. So really just amazing thing had the skill of Lamine Mal and the added pace and skill of Nico Williams towards the end that ultimately made the difference. So sorry to Spain, congratulations to Spain and their fans. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're not Argentina though. Do you think there's anything they could have done differently, or do you think Spain was just that good that nothing they could have done would have impacted the final result of the game?
Great question. It's a different league game in a final from Argentina's perspective. I thought at some stage, Spain's private because they just made I think it's cool. Argentina tend to get better at the game where I thought at some point there would be a spell where Enzo McAllister, for example, where they'll get the ball a bit more. And it did happen. Being the least sort of thing. I also felt that at some stage we should have committed it a bit more because even if it's marking the game or watching the Laws playing here on the pitch to have an impact. That didn't really happen. And I think the thought that Enzo didn't help as well. But then at that moment, sure, Argentina were just about containing Spain more than Spain. What was surprised about though is the students that they made at halftime. I think Barbados came on and then I think Simeone came on as well. Obviously got awful some energy, but the only thing that really surprised me rather is the fact that there was no spelling the game up. That Spain spelling the game where Enzo Fernandez and McAllister really able to get us from the ball and get agitation and body flip, and that was definitely the whole good Rodri, although we Pedri, the entire Spain too. And we know when it came on, testing the whole really well there.
Yeah, I think that's a great point to be honest. I think we were talking about it time with some of our guests, and for our viewers, you can definitely check that out. We talked a lot about how we felt like Spain was dominating the midfield today. And usually, I think in the games where Argentina have really come back into it, especially against England, you really saw McAllister, you really saw Enzo stepping up, Rodriguez and Paul Paredes. But to be honest, they couldn't really get in the game. Even when Paredes came on at halftime, the most he did was all people, to be honest. So yeah, and that's definitely a testament to Spain's midfield for sure.
I think what we say they couldn't suspend it, doesn't it? Because whereas England played it and kind of really get out, make the risk of playing. No, Spain never really did, and then even if guys were getting tired, so already not in the thing. And it just was so strong and what are because there wasn't a difference at all. Not obviously different. There's a difference obviously between what they're in the menu, but I guess it's not too steep a drop where teams up and they're all technically different players. They're all comfortable and all. So the most of the Pladina played. I don't know. I think another word on them where I think they suffered as well. Because I mean, we read about Spain really having different where they exploit that space out, because they wouldn't say comparison for relatively value to and Messi is fast anymore. No younger for anybody. There is operation. So that tracking behind you didn't really have that.
Yeah, something that I would say as well is that I found that Spain also handled Messi well. A big criticism that you and a lot of pundits had of England in that game was they almost kind of left Messi to basically run the show, take crosses at will. It'll be interesting to see his start from this game, but you didn't really. I mean, you kept saying it, big players have big moments, but you never really felt like he was able to really assert anything on this game. I felt that Spain handled him really well. The few crosses he had, they weren't that great, but he wasn't really able to exert the sort of influence that he was able to through the tournament. So that poses a question to you now. Do you think, or who is your pick for player tournament? Because a lot of people were talking about Messi because he hadn't sat on games before at 39 years old. But he didn't really go to the boot. Not saying that that's an indication of who's going to be the tournament. But, he didn't really go to the boot. He didn't end up winning World Cup. Who would you choose to be your player of the tournament?
My player of the tournament. I think that's just that this is the career team and he's getting a time.
Okay.
But I still think that from the people I've seen the most talented player from the thing is probably
You don't suspect team very challenge company minutes.
no, but he's one person that we also display from the whatever. So doesn't always have big fun with investors or money for fun or something.
Fair. I will also give an outside bet. Well, not really an outside bet, but I think Rodri has been a bit of an unsung hero for Spain this tournament. I think the way he's controlled the midfield, I think the way he stepped up as a leader, as captain and skipper.
Okay.
Fellow YouTuber over there.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah, sure. Where can we find you? Shop at 194. But no matter what, our triple life, win or lose, for the track, people that think that we met up here in front y'all is
Well, it's Pope. Come to Dreadhop, get the best beer available, enjoy a good quiz night. I'm sorry for interrupting your.
no problem. We appreciate it. Thanks. So yeah, in case if you didn't see the thing at the bottom, we're live at Dreadhop. It's a great spot for watching final. Vibe was really great. Service was really great. So what he said. But yeah, I think Rodri has been really good leader. Really control that Spain midfield. I thought he was really good today as well. I don't know. I think Messi is a good shot, to be honest. To do what he is doing at 39 years old, I hear many people saying, if there was a debate before it done, in terms of who to go. But I think Messi to be doing what he's doing at 39 years, having the influence on games that he's having, I think is really fantastic. I think he's definitely the best. So if he gets for a tournament, I will not mind it.
Fair enough. And I agree with what you said about Roger as well. Is listen, that is paramount. But I prefer Jerry Vermin, especially when so many people players. Like Hurricane, if you brand them, for example, even Man Belly. I prefer Jerry Vermin attacking their round of
You know.
so I think that's the
Any final thoughts? Any additional thoughts?
yeah.
Tournament as a whole.
Tournament as a whole was great. It's enjoyable. I'm satisfied with it. My final thoughts, we never talked about it on the show, and it's just a laugh with it. Look, the people, these tournaments are 48 teams, we take it further, we don't need to score, or whatever you all planned. Been great. Thank you, Dreadhop. Wonderful expert, giving us a wonderful time. Thank you for everybody who joined us. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Dominic, CJ, and Gary.
I echo most of those sentiments, starting with Dreadhop. Definitely recommend. I think we should come back to watch a major game again. People are very receptive there to random people walking up to them and say, "Hey, you want to get interviewed?" But yeah, it was really good. Tournament as a whole, I really enjoyed it, to be honest. A bit commercialized, you could tell. Camera panning to every major celebrity, every 5 seconds. But the football, I mean, obviously we know football is not where it but I still enjoyed the games. I thought they were very competitive. I think 48 teams is a sweet spot. I don't think it needs to be more. And well done to Spain, honestly. Last show I said they bored me, but I must say these last 2 games, the semi-final and final, I've really enjoyed watching them. Honestly, I've really enjoyed watching them. They made me eat my words. And just because you can be boring at times, it doesn't mean it can't be effective. I appreciate how much Spain I appreciate how much Spain literally chokes opposition teams. And I was saying, they're having flashbacks. I think it was Euro 2012 when we played them I think we played them in the semi-final, we beat Germany. And I remember sitting out because I always have flashbacks to this game because I was sick and I was home from wherever it was supposed to be at that time. And I just remember how Spain just choked the living there, like other Germany. It's like they don't give you a sniff. And you gotta respect it. You have to respect it. You have to respect it. Commiserations to Argentina. I heard a Spain fan in there. Argentina fans were like, "Yeah, we can come back." And the Spain fan kept saying, "Not 5 games in a row, not 5 games in a row." But you have to give them credit for coming back so much in the tournament. But Spain are the undisputed best team of the tournament and in the world at the moment.
Yes, I would agree. Yes, commiserations congratulations, Spain. And wonderful tournament is our last of the summer. We'll be back when the season kicks off again, probably late August, September.
Back for club football to frustrate and live again like that. Well, me. Yeah. Definitely.
Just I'm sure the reels, the videos, whatever you do, helps out by landing a certain treatment. Whatever you do, you're feeling.
Thank you. And see you again next time.
First time see you again. You go there.
No.
Okay, good. First time we'll see you again next time. Once again, follow us on Instagram, 116. Simone.
91.
The What on Sport podcast. Thank you to our sponsors, Pharmacy, as the last videos. Yeah. No, we can't say that.
Well, again, congratulations, Spain, and stay tuned for more content from the Dreadhop podcast.